What's going on, everybody? So I wanted to make a quick statement here. So I filmed this video over a year ago and I have not put air in these tires to this day. Haven't had any issues, none whatsoever. They've performed flawlessly. I've put over 2,000 miles on the car since I did it. Zero leaks. The bead sealer has worked perfectly. Follow the tips in this and you won't have leaky wheels. I'm going to teach you how to mount some tires on beadlocks for your UTV. We got a Polaris RS1 behind you. I got some 14-inch STI machined beadlocks. I got 32 Maxxis Trapidors. I went with the hard compound, trying to get some extra life out of those things. So yeah, it should be pretty easy, pretty straightforward. Anybody can do it at their house. It's not going to work on a regular wheel and tire. You need a beadlock to make it happen at home. But yeah, super easy. So what you're going to need, obviously you're going to need some wheels. You're going to need the bolts for the beadlock. Valve stem. KJ Motorsports, they come with the valve stem already in them, so if you need to figure out how to pull a valve stem through, it's pretty easy. Spray it in WD-40, pull the valve stem through. You might need a valve stem puller depending on how tough they are. So you got some WD-40 necessary. You're going to need that. I got a small impact I'm going to use, and I have some bead sealer I'm going to try out. I've actually never used this before. But I've heard good things. It's usually not that bad. You can fill them up every 2 weeks when they start to deflate, but hopefully this will prevent that problem. So yeah, let's go. Oh, and another thing you're gonna need is a bucket. I guess you don't need this, but it will be helpful installing this thing. So let's get started. All right, so first step is obviously removing your beadlock ring. If it All right, so your first step is obviously to remove the beadlock ring if it's already attached. Came this way from KJ Motorsports for whatever reason, but take your ring off. Now, obviously you have two pieces, okay? So if you're gonna use bead sealer, I'll show you how to apply that now. Just lightly apply some bead sealer on the ring here. I'm leaving it off the bead itself. I don't know if you're supposed to do that or not, but if you are, I'll be able to do that in the future. Hoping it'll seal up either way. So, like I said, just lightly apply this all over the bead here, or all over the wheel, as you see I've just accidentally done, but hopefully I can get some. So the wheels turned out looking really nice. I've already mounted one up. I had to see what it looked like, so y'all can see that at the end of the video here. I was kind of worried up front about grabbing the machine style wheels, and because everybody runs black nowadays, but I want to do something different. But different doesn't always mean good. So they look awesome, trust me. But we'll check them out here in a minute. Let me go ahead and finish doing this, and we'll move on to the next step. Guess I'm going to run this all in one clip here. But yeah, as I said, I just lightly applied that to the beadlock itself, to the bead, and hoping that this will allow it to seal a little better. I got a little messy right there, but I'm gonna go ahead and do a couple more passes with it. Alrighty. Next thing you want to do, make sure you've got your wheel for the right direction if they're radials. So I'm gonna need to mount that thing this way. Get this out of your way here. All right, so I'm putting this on the driver's side, and I need the tread pattern to be going that away. So you wanna go beadlock side first. Go ahead and take some of your WD. Just go ahead and lube that thing up pretty good. And if you have a hard time, you can put some on the beadlock side, but it's really not difficult. Watch yourself for getting any of that bead sealer on you. Go ahead and slide that thing in. Make sure you have it the right way, because if you screw this up, you're gonna have to go to the tire shop to get it off. But there you go, slides right in, real simple. Okay. Don't want to get my wheels dirty. Next thing you're gonna want to do is get your bucket out right here. Get something to sit on if you'd like. Go ahead and grab the wheel and place it on top of that bucket, like so. Once you get the thing sitting on your bucket, it should be real easy to align the wheel and get everything lined up good. So this is the exact bead sealer that I used. Again, 2,000 miles. It's been over a year since I filmed that initial video. They're still holding air, no issues whatsoever. It's worked out great. All right, so your next step, you want to set your wheel on the bucket here. Got something to sit on, make it a little bit easier for me. Go ahead, make sure everything's lined up. It appears so. All of your bead is lining up with the wheel itself. Take your beadlock ring. What you want to do now is just lightly tighten these bolts with your fingers. So I've got my bolts here. Just go ahead and throw them in and do this by hand, just so you do not strip out any of the bolts on your wheel. It's going to be a huge problem. It's going to trash the wheels out instantaneously. You need to make sure you don't strip any of these out. So next piece of this puzzle, you want to make sure everything is finger tight. When you do this, crisscross. So you want to go from here to here, then here to here, then here to here, and so on. Just keep going all the way until they're finger tight. Then you want to come back, and you're going to do that with an impact to do it quicker. If you just want to use a regular wrench, that's fine as well, ratchet. Just the main thing, don't over tighten it with an impact like an air tool, possibly break this bolts. But you want to come back at the end and get about 12 pounds of pressure on each one of them. So again, so for whatever reason, I didn't finish the video out a year ago. You can tell the tires have some wear to them, the wheels have some wear to them. Again, they have not leaked whatsoever. We appreciate you watching. Mount the tires up, that's the last step. Thumbs up's greatly appreciated. Subscribe if you want to see more videos. Got a lot more videos on the page. And if you have any questions, leave those down in the comment section below. We appreciate you watching, and we'll see you on the trail.